Hey there fellow summoners. Today's video will focus on teaching you not only the importance of updating and using the right runes, masteries, and summoner spells, but also how to do them by yourself and understand the benefits of what you're picking. Starting out with the runes. It's quite complicated to do these by yourself, as the amount of combinations for these is unimaginable, but for the most part, you should know that there's actually an advantage in choosing specific runes over others. Ever wonder why people always go for seals of armor instead of marks or glyphs? It's because marks give you plus 0.91 each, whereas seals give you plus 1 armor each. Glyphs are even worse than marks, so you can't just buy whatever you want for runes. You've got to be smart, but in saying that, here's the most popular runes of each. You can be sure that you won't be wasting your precious IP in buying these. For quints, the ones most picked are ability power, attack speed, attack damage, armor, and movement speed. For marks, it's attack damage, magic penetration, attack speed, armor, and lethality. For seals, it's armor, scaling health, scaling armor, and ability power. Finally, for glyphs, it's magic resist, scaling magic resist, ability power, scaling cooldown reduction, and attack speed. If you buy all these, you'll be able to do most of the rune pages needed for almost every role and champion, with maybe just a few exceptions here and there due to personal preference. In my opinion, there's two ways that you can build your rune pages. The first way is to check probuilds.net and see what the pros are using on the role and champion that you play. The second way is to have a basic set of rune pages for all your needs. And for that, you can go to Dignitas's website, and they have a Season 7 standard rune page guide that can be very useful. I'll leave the link in the description. Moving on to the masteries. These are completely free, which is the best part about them. Doing mastery pages by yourself can be quite intimidating at first. I mean, you never know if you're doing things right, and you trust a pro's opinion much more than your own, right? Well, it's not that pro that's going to be playing your game, is it? I keep repeating myself in every video, but every game you play is different. Even if you're an OTP, chances are your team will be different and the enemies too. So how can you always be playing with the same rune and mastery pages? Why would you pick magic resist runes versus a full AD team? Why would you pick the armor pen mastery if they have no tanks? Here's the thing about masteries. If you pick the right keystone, there's not many ways that you can screw yourself up by picking what you picked before that. Masteries are made in a way that you'll still be reaping benefits either way. You just gotta know how to change your playstyle based on what you picked. And I bet my shiny metal ass that you've done mastery pages copying what someone else has done without even looking or understanding what you're doing. Unlike the runes, there's 3 ways of building your mastery pages. First, you can check pro builds, just like the runes, and you can also check Dignitas's page for standard Season 7 mastery pages. But the third way here is for you to build them yourself at the start of each game. Here's how you do it if you're just starting out. First, if you don't know, but you should, go search up what type of keystone people usually take on your champion. That way, you'll know where the 18 points are going. While you're checking that, check also where they put the 12 points. Is it the ferocity, the cunning, or the resolve tree? If you already figured out the structure of the mastery page and the keystone, it's time to read and understand your choices. Go by each of the masteries and choose for yourself what adapts to your playstyle. A good example of this is the second row of the ferocity tree. Your choice there really depends on the champion that you're playing and how you will play it. Will you be trading very often with autos? Will you be farming up more than trading? Or will you wait for ganks and team fights? The choice is completely yours. I mean, don't let any pro or website take that from you. You will notice such a huge boost of playability when you are aware of what you picked for masteries. Finally, let's talk a little bit about summoner spells. I'm sure that unlike the runes and masteries, you do take your time and understand what you're picking and why. But my question is, how many times did you pick a summoner spell other than Flash, TP, Ignite, Exhaust, Heal, and Smite? Believe it or not, there's actually 3 more summoner spells that are completely free for you to pick them. Okay, let's ignore the train wreck that is Clarity. Should have been removed with the mana pots as well. I'm talking about Ghost, Barrier, and Cleanse. I actually see Ghost a bit and Barrier here and there too, but it's very rare to see Cleanse, and it can be so strong when picked right. I'm not trying to force you to pick one of these more often, but I'm trying to remind you of their existence, and also, I'm trying to make you more aware of your choices, because only then do you start to improve. Only when you realize what you have to do and what you're doing wrong, can you actually get better at those things. I hope this video helped, and if it did, clicking that like button would help me a ton as well. Also, if you're new to the channel, consider making your own choice of subscribing. Believe me when I tell you that you too will improve your gameplay if you choose to make that decision. Thanks for watching. Sakeios out.